RYSE Son of Rome is a 10 out of 10. This is a game that I have played for years. This video game has always been ahead of its time, still to this day holding up very well against its competitors. For this game made as far back as 2013, the graphics and gameplay have aged like fine wine. The developer Crytek has never let us down in the graphics and gameplay department. The CryEngine always being very distinct and noticeable graphics engine, while with its very detailed and cutting edge looks and feel. RYSE Son of Rome really is an experience to be had. This game starts off with 0 to 100, dropping you right into the action and not sparing what the game really has to offer. The game has extremely distracting visuals and a really vivid attention to detail. Found myself often just standing still and rotating the camera to see any detail or objects that I might have missed. The level design is extremely good. There isn't really much to explore because the game isn't open world, but there are many sections that give you an illusion that you are in an open place that you can explore. The game fits a lot of action in a small area and often has a lot of big areas where you can find enemies and allies fighting, and that makes the game feel alive, like you are in a war zone. The gameplay in RYSE Son of Rome is solid, very satisfying. I have never really played a game that made sword combat feel so rewarding. The experienced combat technique of the game's protagonist really reflects well in contrast to how he fights, moves, and kills enemies. The story of RYSE Son of Rome is a story that gets straight to the point. The story has everything you would need in a short story. It's not a very long story, but the story is very impactful and leaves you with a sense of accomplishment. My conclusion and final thoughts of RYSE Son of Rome is that this game is the perfect example of when a developer focuses on the fundamentals of a game. What I mean by this is that RYSE Son of Rome is a pretty much, in my opinion, a perfect game. Runs well, plays well, and looks extremely good. I will admit that this game won't be everyone's cup of tea. The game lacks in storyline and gameplay, with that it being a pretty repetitive game. What this game needs is a proper sequel, one that took all the consumers' feedback of the first game and just improved on it, because RYSE the Son of Rome really was the first game of its kind to pretty much take the risk to do a historical action, historic based video game based on Rome, and based on I think it's Greek or Norse mythology. Essentially pretty much a game on its own in its own league. No one has ever really done this since then, or there might have been games that did it or not. The game just needs a proper sequel, and that will be something I tackle in another video. But this is the Chilly Man signing off, saying I thank everyone for watching. I hope everyone's doing well. It's the Chilly Man signing off. Peace out.